right, we back.
All right, my bad, guys. My bad. Try to finish up here. We only got 20-30 minutes, but I don't see Vooch 3-point attempted, fortunately. And they're PrizePicks not even offering 1.5. Okay, I feel like we covered that game though. I would just say Cody Williams is pretty bad, man, but if he plays 30 plus minutes in this matchup, I think he's alive to get 6 to 8 points, man. As you see, these other games, this is when marking out. He had 4 points in 8 minutes, 13 minutes, 9 minutes. He had 4 points. But these other games, 2 recent games, he played 26 and 32 minutes. So it's hard to say how many minutes he's going to play. He can play 20 or 30. Right? I could see him. I think he could be good for 6 points, bro. I mean, he was balling in. I know it's summer league, but Bulls are pretty much like a summer league team, so he was balling in summer league. All right. Nets and Pelicans. To be honest, guys, I have not looked at this at all. Pelicans on a back-to-back. Fear stayed under. We talked about that yesterday. Started off hot, and then he died off and started off cold, and then he picked it up in the second half. So, yeah, they're interchangeable, man. The one thing I will point out is the Nets really shut down point guards because they really focus on pick-and-roll ball handlers, the number one defense against pick-and-roll ball handlers. But there's not really any kind of point guard that uses that besides, like, Poole to some extent. But everyone else is pretty much catch and shoot or drive to the basket. Yeah, and then the Pelicans bleed assists, man, that's for sure. But there's not really solid playmakers on the Nets. I mean, Igor, can we go to his assists at 3.5? I could see it, man. I could see it. Pelicans definitely giving up the assists to point guards. Top 4 for the last 15, last 30 games. Top 2. But his potential is not that great, man. Not that great. That's the only problem. And because we know that MPJ sometimes has random assist games. Yeah, it's hard with the Nets, man. MPJ, good scoring spot for him, but I have not taken it over on MPJ all season, and I don't plan on doing it. This motherfucker hit 6 threes against the Mavs both times he played them. And he's going against a team that's like bottom 5 in 3-point defense, and yet he's like even money line for 3.5 threes. Feels weird, man. Feels fishy. I don't know what the bookies know on him, but yeah, it definitely feels weird. Yeah, I don't know about this game. What's the 231? Also a close spread, 1.5 point spread. So we got a lot of close spreads today. We'll see which ones hold true. Yesterday was a day of blowouts, right? Mavs Nuggets. We don't know for sure if PJ's back or not. Came back last game, 34 minutes and then 12 minutes. I guess he got re-injured. So don't know how many minutes he's actually going to play. But Max Christie being out, is Brandon Williams back? Because that'll be a boost to Brandon Williams and Jaden Hardy. But if both Brandon Williams and Max Christie are out, I expect Jaden Hardy to play big minutes. Jaden Hardy started last game randomly too. He actually put up points. But he is a hard click, man. He is a definition of inconsistent. 14 points back-to-back games. He had 14 points in just 12 minutes versus the Bulls. Played 21 minutes as a starter against the Nets with Brandon Williams out. But yeah, man, I think with Max Christie out, should definitely give him more minutes. I think Caleb Martin can pick up more minutes too. We just have to wait for their lines, and I guess we need to wait on Brandon Williams. We don't have. Do we have his news yet? He's still questionable. Okay. Flag balled against the Nets. Good matchup for him though. They're terrible in transition, but the Nuggets have not been good in transition lately. They're giving up a ton of points. Trey Murphy cooked them yesterday. Jalen Johnson cooked him. What are you guys saying? 24 and 33 points. Flag had. He opened at 23.5 last night. Looks like he's gone down since. I mean, if PJ is on a minute limit, hard minute limit, and with Max Christie being out, because Max is very active on offense lately, it's just even more usage for Flag here. Clay will probably chuck more threes too. Nuggets struggling in spot-up shooting too. But Clay is not a fun click, man. Drop 15 against him. I would just take his threes though. 2.5, yeah. I would consider Clay's 2.5 threes, especially with Christie out. He's gonna be the primary 3-point shooter now. All right, let's say slightly on Flag points and Clay threes. Look out for Hardy points and see what it drops at. And then we can't do anything with the Nuggets yet because Jamal Murray was downgraded to questionable on a back-to-back. Aaron Gordon's good to go. Yeah, but I think if Jamal is out, Jalen Pickett's PA or assist could be live. THJ revenge game. Bad matchup though. Although the Mavs have been giving up threes lately. They're not the same team they were at the start of the season. Knicks Kings. Two teams I rarely play. But it's a good matchup for Cat. But it's fucking Cat, man.
J-Man said, any Najee assist love?
I usually plays assisting in the right spot. I would say if Brandon Williams is out as well, I could get with it.
Said he took Watson 2+ threes also.
Watson just keeps balling, huh? And they won't adjust his lines. Yeah. Najee is his assist at 1.5? 3.5. Woo. Yeah, man. If Jamal is out, definitely think obviously Pickett for the assists or PA, and then go to THJ and Peyton Watson for sure. Knicks at Kings. What's the spread on this? 11.5. So this is probably our biggest spread on the slate, right? No, it's the Clippers game because Wizards in tank mode. I know DeRozan's been balling lately relative for him. Lakers, though, terrible defense lately. Awful. I was considering his PRA under. I know Schroeder's out, but it's not a good matchup. Like, if you look at the mid-range game inside the arc, Knicks are top 3 all season. They don't foul much. They don't give up many assists or rebounds, so I think he's a good alt candidate for 32.5 PRA under. You can take him up to. But I might consider the 27.5 straight up under too. But yeah, 32.5. And then maximum, I'm considering his PRA under too. I usually take PRAs versus the Knicks under because they don't give up many boards to centers. They don't give up many top 2 paint defense. Yeah, look at that. Mark Williams had 15 PRA. Klingon had 17. And he's just not playing consistent minutes either. Could get in foul trouble versus Cat as well. I mean, Cat should cook him. I mean, a rookie center. Cat should have his way, but I just can't trust Cat, man. Brunson, maybe get down with his assists here. But I just stay away from the Knicks in general, guys. I mean, Kings give up a ton of rebounds to the center spot. Mainly to the centers.
J. Cole's here.
What up, J. Cole? J. Cole? What up, bro? Yeah, Cat could have a field day on the glass, but 11.5 rebounds and a potential blowout. It's just a matter of like what Kings are we gonna get.
J. Main said max under PRA.
That's what Yep.
Cool.
I was on that last night too, J. Man. So I'm glad we're on the same page there, man. PRA straight up is 20.5. But I took it at 20. I think the alt was like 25.5. A pretty good value. At 25 at 0.67. It's not bad if you're using like a 50% boost. Because if you look at 25.5 over his last like 10 games, bro, he's like not getting that at all. So I think that's a good alt. It's probably better than the DeRozan just because DeRozan's usage has been crazy, and especially with Schroeder out, his RA has been picking up. Let's see. Yeah, back-to-back games with 8 RA. But usually his RA is shit, so it just matters how active Westy is, the RA department. And then that's it for that, man. Wizards and Clippers, we need the Kawhi news, really. But I was looking into it last night. Isn't this crazy? Like, the Wizards have been top 5 defense versus point guards, like, pretty much all season now. Especially the last 15 games, top 3. Last 7, top number 1 against point guard. The last 30, they're top 4. So this isn't just like a fluke thing. Like, they have been the top defense versus point guards. And if you look at, oh damn, he was 28.5 points last night. When I took his under last night, I just took a shot. I was like, I hope Kawhi plays, but just on matchup, it's bad, man. Like isolation, the number 1 defense. It's the free throws where Harden could kill us here. But yeah, D-Book had 17 points. Maxey only had 22. Yeah, no one's like really popping off. I mean, Ant had 35, but he's not a point guard.
J-Man said, can we go back? Any thoughts on Monk?
Man, what's up with him, dude? Like, he's been in and out of the rotation.
Super weird.
I feel like now he's back, though, with, like, Schroeder out. I think his minutes are more secure. I don't know, J-Man. I got no opinion on him. I think the risky thing here is the free throws. Because if he, like against the Pistons here, he had 10 free throw. If he has like 10 plus free throw made and Kawhi is out, then I think the under super sweaty. So we need the Kawhi news. If Kawhi is in and Harden stays at 27.5 points, I can maybe get down with the under, especially if it blows out. Like Vegas thinks it is, a 12.5 point spread, and he plays less minutes. Because the Clippers, when do they play next? They played. So I was hoping they play Thursday, but they don't play again until Friday. Yeah, they don't play again until Friday. Because Ty Lue pulls starters fastest of any coach in blowout. So it's risky though, man. At the end of the day, it's still the Wizards. Terrible defense, second worst defensive rating overall, but they're good in ISO ball and good against point guards. But yeah, I mean, Harden could live at the free throw line today. Let's see if I think a good hedge if you want to take his under, do an alt under, but then points, and then maybe, he's still 28.5 on PrizePicks. And then maybe do his over free throw made. 9.5 free throw attempted. Yeah, they know he's going to get fouled, bro. This one's interesting. This one's real interesting. 5.5 2-point made. Because, like, the Wizards are pretty good within the restricted area and in the paint and within the mid-range, but they're getting killed on three-pointers and free throws. So that 2-point made gets rid of the three-pointers and the free throws made. That could be interesting, man. I don't know. I'll have to look into that more. I have to look at his average data and see with Kawhi out what he's averaging. Yeah, like this game, Magic, he dropped 31 points, but he only made 3 2-pointers, it looks like, because he made 5 threes, 10 free throws, and 8 total field goal made. So, yeah, he had 3 2-pointers made. Here he had 7, but he dropped 55 points against the Hornets, and he still barely went over that 5.5 2-point made. That's crazy. 4 2-point made here against the Celtics. 5 against the Sixers. And then 7 against the Mavs, and he dropped 41. Guys, he's not getting this often. That's interesting. I like that line. And let's say if Kawhi's rolled in, that line could get removed. Or if he's ruled out, I wonder if it could bump up. I think it's worth a shot taking now, though. I might do it. Because I hate getting burned on unders by free throws or just a fake 3-point shooting game. And that's Harden's main scoring methods, right? 3-pointers and free throws. Okay. I got to think Kawhi's playing just because the bookies wouldn't open it at a 12.5 point spread. Right? I was down to 11.5 now. But I know it's the Wizards and they're tanking. And I got nothing for I'm staying away from the Wizards, guys. I mean, I watched their last couple games and like their rotations make no sense. Marvin Bagley was a random DNP a couple games ago against the Pelicans. Some of the starters are only playing like 12 to 14 minutes in the first half. Like they're already in full tank mode, like most teams do after the All-Star break, but they're starting early to ensure they get that bad record. Because I think they have some trade draft picks that hinge on their record big time. That are like unprotected ones or protected draft picks. in a trade. So I'm just staying away. Their minutes are too volatile to predict. John Collins kind of a horrible game against the Hornets. No, against who was it? Yeah, the Hornets. 30 minutes, 3 points. Did nothing. But I mean, Kawhi and Harden went crazy in that game. He could definitely bounce back here. It's a good spot for him. Scoring in spot up, scoring in transition, free throws, scoring within 10 feet of the basket. All that lines up. And also, Zubac being out, he'll be more of an option near the rim, cutting to the basket. So I wouldn't fault you for taking him, but just know it's John Collins, bro. It's hard to trust, man. But on paper, great matchup. Great matchup. I think he could have a spike rebound game too. And then who's going to start? They can't start Burlow, man. Oh my gosh. Bro, he is so bad on defense. If you watch the games, whenever he's out there, the other center cooks. If they start Burlow, I might have to play Sar. Like first half props. If they start Burlow. There's no way Burlow can keep up with Sar's athleticism at his age, man. So I'll write it down. Contingent on if Burlow is starting. If Burlow is not starting, and they go small with like John Collins at the 5 or something, or somebody else, then I will play. I'll play Marvin Bagley, and hope he doesn't DMP. If he DMPs, then just get refund. But oh man, 8 points, bro, for Sar against Burlow. Please start Burlow, please. If Burlow doesn't start, then I just play Bagley. Because Bagley will absolutely cook him. He is so bad, like traffic cone, man. But yeah, I think we found some little gems in that late night hammer. It's a late night island game. So, anything else, guys, before we get out of here? Underrated. I think we should start a new segment on our show called the Underrated Trash of the Day. You guys tell us your favorite under from what we discussed.
Trash of the day. I like that. There's a nice ring to it.
If you didn't hear the unders called out today, we can start it tomorrow. Real quick, in college basketball, I want to touch on this real fast. Penn State, Ohio State has almost a 170 total. That's like the highest I've seen for women's college basketball. Big reason is Ohio State's offense is super efficient, and Penn State has one of the worst defenses. They give up like over 80 points per game, like one of the worst in the country. So Ohio State should cook them here. So I think either Jeloni Cambridge or Chance Gray are live for the points, for sure. It's just a blowout. It's a concern. And then Penn State, they should fight back here. You got big Gracie Merkel. She is 6'6", guys. 6'6", mammoth.
Is she the big one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, she's
fucking
like, huge.
What is she, 300? 350?
Gotta be.
Dang.
6'6", all the woman you can handle. She, Ohio State, they do get cooked inside the paint by bigs, but they do have a 6'5" center that could slow her down. So I don't know how I feel about her, bro. I would say she didn't do that well against Ohio State last year. I'd say Kaomi McMiller, if you want to run it back, could be a decent option. Or Ohio State could just run them off the court. Other one we got UCLA going against Minnesota. Minnesota is the top defense in the country. But I think a lot of it's like who they've played so far. It's just in terms of like points allowed per game. But I always like going under Kiki, especially with Gianna now on the team. But I don't mind bets under because Minnesota has a 6'6" center that could definitely slow her down. Yeah, all conferences across the entire country, they're tied with UConn for number one defense. And it's only a 130 total in that game. So I think one of them goes under, bro. Like, I'm gonna split it up. Betts has been like living with at the 18-point line, and she has to go against another big her size, like matches her size. So I can see that. And Kiki is just not an efficient scorer.
J. Cole said, all the women you can handle with the skull emoji.
And then speaking of big girls, we got Crooks on the slate. I know she let us down last time, bro, but I'm going back to it, man. She cooked Colorado last year for like 35 points. And she's due. She's due for a big game here, man. And I was looking into it, and Colorado does not have a true big that can slow her down. So I want to look more into it. I want to look at Colorado and other centers they've played and how they have done. Yeah, I think they just have a bunch of like 6 foot or smaller girls out there. So Crooks could have her way, man, for sure. She's always live. I don't think Underdog's not even offering her, so that should tell you something. And it's a pretty healthy total, like 144 in that game. Yeah, they're not offering her. And Underdog, you can't even go under on any of these ladies, so super bunk. That's what I got. Yeah, I think I hope UCLA blows them out and they just don't need to play that many minutes. Oh, Gracie went down to 16.5. Oh man, it makes her tempting now.
Yeah.
She's still 17.5 on Underdog. Oh, I think what's the spread on that? And then we'll get out of here. I think 21.5 point spread. That's my only concern, man. I think Chance Gray, obviously, at the lower line, 10.5. Like, her and Jeloni are still going to play probably 30 minutes in a blowout. That's what it looks like. They beat Purdue 83-56. Chance Gray still played 30 minutes. It's just her shot volume is not as high, obviously, as Jeloni. Jeloni's taking like almost 20 shots per game, bro. Like, she had 28, 40. She's coming off a 28, 41 point games here. But in some of these big time blowouts, she's only playing 20, 22 minutes. It's the only scary part. But it's Penn State, bro. I'm telling you, their defense, it's bad. Like, all their team totals are always, or the game totals are always so high in their games. Look at that, they're 5th worst defense in the country. And they're behind teams like New Orleans, mid-major schools, Mercyhurst, Mississippi Valley State. They're up here with all these like mid-major teams, and they're like a big, Big Ten school. That's how much points they're giving up. They're bleeding threes, man. Jeloni's just have to be fishing from 3, but she could easily get that. I think she cooked them last year too, man. So that's what I got. Some interesting women's college basketball. Back at it tomorrow, bro?
Back at it tomorrow, sir.
Good luck, guys.
All right.
Catch you.
Bye.